Hello gentlemen, it has been a pretty quiet week. Pretty much the only thing that's happened around here was the Space Shuttle Atlantis launch, the last Space Shuttle launch. If the skies had been clear, I probably would have been able to see it from the apartment, but unfortunately they weren't very clear, so I didn't see it. But other than that, not a lot going on. So I, like many others, I think, was beginning to despair that there wouldn't be any good Republican presidential candidates in 2012. However, I recently discovered that former New Mexico Governor Gary Johnson is running. Now, I don't think he'll get the nomination, because he's essentially a libertarian. He's in favor of much lower taxes, much smaller government, and in addition, while he was initially in favor of the war in Afghanistan, he feels that now we should be getting out of there. And I believe he's always been against the war in Iraq. It's interesting because the original concept of the Tea Party was very much back to constitutional basics, small government, libertarian Republican cross thing, and now it's become just a very, very far-right thing. So I don't think he'll get the nomination, but it is interesting that there's essentially a libertarian running on the Republican ticket, and of all of the candidates that I've seen, he's the one that I like the best, so I'm curious as to what you guys think about him. Now, if this was all play and no work, well then it wouldn't be very fun, now would it? So unfortunately, some business. I think we need to decide decisively upon a name for this thing, and we need to create a single YouTube account for it so that we can all be posting videos to the same YouTube account instead of this crazy each of us has a different account thing going on, because that makes it impossible to keep track of. That makes it so that anybody else who wants to keep track of this has to keep track of 3 different YouTube channels. It's ridiculous. So we need to decisively decide upon a name and a channel. Let's communicate off video to do that, probably, but let's try to have it decided by the time I make my next video, because this is getting ridiculous. I think that's everything that I had to say. Happy Barbershop Music Appreciation Day. See you on Friday, Spencer.